Okay, here we go with the Cadwell. So for the when you're on the desktop, you click on the arc there, and then you have to log in with your password. All right. Oh, oh boy. Okay. So when you log in, you come up to well, in this one case, you go to start recording up here on the left, okay, to start a file. So you click on start recording, and then it's going to ask you for the protocol. And so we only have clinical EEG. We only have one protocol here for us. So you click on start clinical EEG, and then it's going to come up with the recording screen, right? And so what we're going to do is we're going to put in, you don't have to actually put in information. You can start recording right away if you wanted to, but we're going to go over the info. And so we're going to put in the last name. And then we're just going to leave it at that. And then so here's where you put your history. There's this little patient info tab at the side. You click on that, and then you can put all the information in here. If you slide down, they have all sorts of fields that you can fill in. So you just have to, get with your clinical instructor and just figure out what fields they want you to fill in, and then you just kind of copy that. Okay. So anyway, to start an EEG on the Cadwell, right up here on the left-hand side, there's a little start menu, or the start button. It has a little green arrow. So you can start recording, and you can do the calibration first if you want. Just depends what your clinical site is going to do. So we're recording. You can see that, and then we're going to click off the calibration, and then we're going to go into. Then it goes right into BioCal FP1 to O2, and then we can check impedance. The impedances are pretty good, below 5 kilo. My EKG is a little high though, right here. So my lovely assistant probably rubbed them off or something. I'm gonna check these.
Yeah?
I'm just gonna check your EKG. Keep pulling them off. There you go. Okay. All right, so you can see I fixed the EKG. And so you can close that. And then to do you can pre-program your montages here like I did, or you can do the drop down and find your montages right here. Okay. So so this is the montage here. It's the drop down to find them, or as we learned in class, we pre-program. So I'm going to I'm going to click the first one, which is the bipolar. And you can see here, you can click over here and drag. You can click eyes. Oh, you don't have to actually click and drag. You click on it like this. You just click on it, and then you can put it wherever you want. Eyes open, and then if you want to do a comment, you can click on there, and then hit. I'm just going to put supine. So to use the annotation viewer, again, you just click on what you want. She's eyes open now, so you click on it, and then you don't drag it, you just click on it, and you can see I'm not touching the cursor, but I'm just running it over, and then when I left click, it'll put it right where I want it to. So like here, I'm gonna click on awake right here on the right side, click on it, and then I click again on the screen. Here she closed her eyes, so I'm going to click on eyes closed, and then I'm going to click again on the screen. Okay, so that's how you use that. And you can just start typing. So on the screen, right? Awake, supine, head, head straight. So if you just start typing, it'll just do it that way too. And yeah, and if you want to place a comment on the screen in a very specific spot, let's say there's a muscle jerk right there. So we'll click on comment, put it right there, and then we'll put muscle jerk. Okay, and then it'll put it right where I had it. So these are the pre-programmed montages. So if you want to go to the transverse, I have programmed as number 2. So now it just changes to number 2. So I'm going to put eyes closed, awake, and then where's my supine one? I had a supine. Anyway, supine, head straight. Okay. So and then let's say I want to go to the referential, but I don't want to use my pre-program. So I click on the down one and I go Mesa referential right there, and then it turns into the Mesa referential. Again, I click on eyes closed, just drag it wherever I want it to, and then click on awake right there and drag it, and not drag it, just move the cursor and then press it again. And then I'm going to click on common and go right here and put supine, head straight. Okay, and over here is your event log. So right above the annotations, this little tab here is the event log. So here's all the entries, all the entries I've made so far. So if I click on one, it'll go right to there, right to that spot. Okay. Now if you go off this is a review mode now, right? So to get back to view live, you click down here, view live, right here, and then it'll go back to the live recording. Okay. So so here's this is the this is the impedance meter right here. The calibration signal comes here. Here's the HV, right? Here's the HV, right? So if you want to do HV, you click on that, and that big old wheel comes up. That distracting little wheel right in the middle of the screen comes up, and then you're having your patient hyperventilate here. I'm going to stop it though right here. I can just stop it, and then it'll go post HV, and I'm going to hit stop post HV. What's this here? This here is to change. Oh yeah, this little wheel here next to the the HV. You can change the parameters on the HV. So if you want to have the patient hyperventilate for 5 minutes, then you just go to 5. And if you want a post HV period of 3 minutes, then you go to 3. Then you hit update, and now when you turn it on, it's going to go for 5 minutes. Okay, and then it's gonna the patient's gonna have to huff and puff for 5 minutes, and then there's a 3 minute post hyperventilation period. Okay, but we're going to stop that again and stop it. So hyperventilation is stopped, and I'm going to go back and just set this to 3 because it's very unusual for us to do 5. Once in a while we do 5 minutes, but not really. Sometimes you can do 5 minutes on kids if you suspect absence seizures. So we're gonna update that. Okay, here's the photic right here. I don't have photic hooked up on this on right now. So when I hit photic, this pops up, and then you choose which protocol you want. We're just going to do the standard, and then you hit run. Well, yeah, this actually is hooked up. So you can minimize this a little bit down somewhere. Oops. Okay, you can bring that over here or something. You can see it's making the little tick marks on the bottom when it stimulates. And then here, it's pre-programmed, so it started at 1 hertz and now it's at 3 hertz. Okay, so we're just going to stop that. We're just going to click it off. We're not going to do that. So that's the photic stim right there. So again, if you click on it, you can choose this. If you're working with Cadwell, all you need to do is ask them what protocol they're using. Oops, it's still on. Okay. So we're gonna hit stop. We're gonna stop it. But all you have to do at your clinicals is just ask them which, or you can just you're gonna be observing, right? So you can just figure that out on your notes, which protocol they use. All right, and then this one here, that's for if you want to do a review mode. Oops, review live. Okay, so there's a couple of ways you can go into review mode. Okay, so if you click on this bar down here is actually what's recorded right here, down on the bottom here. So if you click anywhere on there, it'll go into review mode in that part of the test. Okay, you can see the cursor where I clicked right here, and this is what we recorded earlier in some of the annotates, but you can scroll by using the arrow, the right arrow. Okay, so let's go to the beginning. So I'm going to click on this little strip down here, and this is the beginning. Then you can scroll to the right. Okay, to get out again, you click on the view live down here. So that's one way to get into the review mode. Here you can split the screen, and you can have the review mode on the left, and you can have the recording on the right. Okay. So there you go. There's the review mode, and this is the recording mode. So you can see there's these double arrows. You can use your cursor to go that way, and you just left click. If you want to go to the left, you want to go to the right, you left click. See the arrow switch that way. See? To get out of this, you click this and go full screen again. And my little there. Okay. So those are two ways you can go into review mode. That's actually, there's one more way, but again, you can click on that. You can go in the split screen, and then again, if you remember before, if you go into the event list over here on the right hand side over here, if you go into the event list and you click on a particular annotate that you put in earlier, it'll go right to that, and that's where I put that muscle jerk one. So again, if you can see, if you run your cursor, it has this double arrow, and then all you have to do is double click with your cursor on the left side, or I'm sorry, click on the left cursor, and we'll go whatever way you want it to. You can also use the arrows on the keyboard to move it too. Okay, and I'm going to go back to view live right there. Okay, we're going to skip Windows right now. I don't know if we use that. And we're gonna skip these two. I don't think you're gonna be using that all that much more, and the reports too. Here, start timer. If you wanna time something on, let's say you want to see time an event, if you click on the start timer, it'll start ticking away for you here. We're gonna stop timer. This right next to it is the timer label, so you can put a label in there like seizure or something like that, and hit update, and then if you click on it, it says seizure right there. Okay, so I don't know what that that's what, yeah, I guess that's, I shut it off. If you want to start a new recording, I think, let's see. It says stop the current recording and switch to a new recording. So if you want to end this study and start a new one, you just click on that. Continuity check. Oh, this is to check an electrode on the actual jack box. So you put if you think you have a broken electrode, you can take, actually it's on the amplifier, you can take one end and put it in the metal post on that slot and the actual electrode on this one, and it'll give you a green light if it's actually working. If it's not, it'll be I think it'll be like a red light or something like that. Here's your sensitivity settings, your high filter, your low filter, and your paper speed. This little wheel here on the far right hand corner is here's, you can set up your event buttons on the side. For over here, you can as I learned earlier in the year, you can move these up or down. You can shift them around. You can put the color of your minor grid lines at different colors and your major grid lines at different colors. This is the major and these are the minor grid lines. Event buttons, like general settings. I think we'll skip that for now. And then here's the pre-programmed montages that I added for the EEG. To add another one, you just click down here, plus, and then you click on that there, right here, and I'm gonna add the BioCal, and then you hit OK. Now it pops up over there. And that's pretty much it. And so you just, BioCal, I'm just gonna click on BioCal. Do that. Okay, and then mechanical cal. And then to stop it, you just click stop over here, right there. And then to get out, you just click on this red button, or the red X on the top right. And it says, are you sure you want to close the recording? You hit yes, and then it'll just ask you, ready to read? You hit OK. And then if we go to the record review, we have all our EEGs on here. And I think her EEG is this one that we did today. Yeah, right here. If you double click on it, it'll open. All right, so there we go. That's the recording on this one. All right.